Mga kapamilya, sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon, ibinahagi ng dalawang miyembro ng Ateneo Blue Eagle Men's Basketball Team ang mga nangyari sa Dipaculao, Aurora, kung saan nalunod ang mga kapwa nilang atletang sina Rene Baterbonia at Divine Adili. Sa panayam sa podcast na Let's Talk with Pia Ontiveros, sinabi nila Kiefer Alas at Sam Reyes na naramdaman nila na hinahatak na sila ng alon habang nasa dagat ng Dipaculao para sa aktibidad ng koponan. Pero kalaunan ay hindi na nila kinaya ang sitwasyon.
Yung first wave po talaga kasi we were riding the wave and we didn't realize na hinahatak na po kami. Nung second wave po, dun na po talaga namin na-realize na
something was wrong because Kyle had already said na help na.
Opo.
Ganon.
Third wave po. That's when everyone started screaming na po.
Coach Rod was screaming us to go to the right, but kahit anong gawin po namin,
Di
like,
kaya po.
we were getting
Go,
in the current.
ano sabi ni Coach John? Go to the right. What right?
We were
Near the
walking
beach.
Yes,
like towards the sand.
The shore. Okay. And you were all trying to swim?
Yes po.
You couldn't touch the bottom of the...
No.
I think that's when it all started na.
Yeah, parang all of us were panicking na po and we didn't know what to do. Kumbaga po, parang nag-scatter po kami in the water. I feel guilt lang po kasi
Guilt? Why?
Rene was beside me and parang I felt na I could have done more para di siya malunod. It was eating me alive. It's just killing us kasi we were there. We lost 2 of our brothers. Sobrang sakit po kasi na parang nabuhay nga po kami pero parang pinapatay po kami.
It's like going through 2 deaths po na
Yeah.
the first one is losing our 2 teammates, then now being criticized for their deaths. Like, we lost them, we witnessed it happen. But then every social media person or anybody, they're just putting the blame on us. Like, it's just hard to put into words, but like, this is what we've been feeling like this past week.
At makakasama po natin ngayong gabi ang veteranang broadcast journalist, dating ABS-CBN News reporter, dati kong partner sa ABS-CBN News Channel, si Pia Ontiveros. Pia, kamusta ka na?
Hi Tony, kamusta ka na rin?
Oo. Anyway,
Okay naman
Pia,
ako.
ako naman ngayon
Thank you for
ako naman ngayon na magi-interview sa iyo, Pia. Ha? Paano mo na
Dinervous
kausap?
tuloy ako eh.
Paano mo na kausap si Kiefer at saka si Sam? Ano ang nagtulak sa kanila na magsalita tungkol dun sa nangyari sa teammates nila?
Okay, ganito Tony, no? Kahapon, siguro mga 1 o'clock or almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, may nag-reach out sa akin na isang kaibigan who's very close to Kiefer Alas, no? At ang sabi niya is he wants to talk. The boys want to talk. So dapat 3 sila, pero yung isa nag-back out because he had to prepare something, no? So ang sabi sa akin is si Kiefer and si Sam Reyes ang magpapa-interview daw. And then they wanted to, so in other words, hindi ako yung nag-reach out sa kanila because, you know, it's a very difficult time for these boys, no? After all, dumaan sila sa ganoong sitwasyon, sa ganoong aksidente, trahedya. Nawalan sila ng dalawang, well, they called each other brothers, no? And I did not, I was not asking for an interview with them. And yun na nga, no, biglang nag-reach out nga lang yung kakilala nila, very close to them. And then, tinanong pa sa akin, what are you going to ask? And I said, siguro yung isang overarching umbrella question really, and which is on everyone's minds, is what happened? Ganun kasimple, di ba, Tony? As journalists, that's what we need to know. That's what the public wants to know. What happened? Ano nangyari?
Okay.
And then, specifically, what do you mean? I said, well, from the very start, let's talk about how you prepared for this training camp, what were you told about it, on the way to Aurora, pagdating nyo doon, because they arrived the day before, and then what happened that morning, yung breakfast, yung lunch nila, and then the training exercise that happened in the afternoon, which turned into that that major accident and tragedy. And yun, ganun kasimple. And kasi like I said earlier kanina, parang I didn't want to ask for an interview, to be very honest. No? But since they wanted to talk, I felt na we should do this. At, hindi, on two levels kailangan malaman ng publiko, kailangan malaman natin ano ba talaga nangyari. At pangalawa, makakatulong ito sa mga bata. And I use the term bata kasi they're 18, 19 years old, no? Makakatulong to sa mga bata so that they can process, no? It will help them process kung anong nangyari sa kanila.
Pero Pia, sa naging interview mo kina Kiefer at kay Sam, no? Lumutang ba doon sa usapan ninyo na meron ba silang nakitang kahit papaano na kapabayaan o kakulangan na kung paano rumesponde yung coach nila, no, na si Tab Baldwin, sa insidenteng ito?
Ang sabi nila, Tony, and it's a long interview. It's 1.5 hours. No? It's very first time sa podcast ko na nag 1.5 hours. Very detailed kasi yung mga kinuwento nila. Wala naman daw silang napansin na parang nagkulang ang mga coaches nila to help them. 2 or 3 of the coaches were in the water with them. And that's as far as they're concerned. Hindi naman nagkulang. And then they said that si Coach Tab Baldwin daw ay may kinuha atang, was it a stretcher? I can't remember. Stretcher or salvavida, no? I'm sorry. I can't remember right now. Tapos tumakbo daw siya sa tubig so that he could save one of them. I urge you all, those who are watching and listening, na panoorin nyo and then pakinggan nyo para marinig nyo yung kwento straight from the boys, no, how it happened. So it was very, parang kalmado ang tubig hanggang hanggang hita lang daw yung tubig, and then after the second wave, yun na, sunod-sunod na. I think it was very traumatic. They were really traumatized, no? And sabi nga nila, they were nakakainom sila ng tubig. They would be underwater for like 10 seconds. At certain points, they felt na, this is it, mamamatay na ata ako, parang ganun, ano? Tapos, then when they touch the bottom of the sand, they're able to kick up and then shoot up to the water and breathe a little, tapos baba na naman ulit, no? They were all, well, okay, si Keith at si Sam pa lang ang nakausap ko, but they were saying that the others, ganoon din. They were fighting to stay alive, no? Fighting to survive. But ang sabi nila is that they were, when they could, they were looking out for each other.
Nung na-interview
I'm
mo,
just basing this on what they told me.
nung na-interview mo sila, Pia, na alam na nila, no, na tinanggap na yung pagbibitiw ni Coach Tab Baldwin, may reaction ba sila nung paano nangyari kay Coach Tab na kinailangan na niyang umalis sa Blue Eagles?
To be very honest, they did not really talk that much about yung resignation, no, na nangyari ni Coach Tab Baldwin. There was we emphasized more on the incident that happened and yung response ng coaches and yung rescue, no, ng Dipakundao Aurora. But they are aware na nag-resign siya. At nung una ay pinag-leave daw ng Ateneo.
Pia, syempre alam naman din ng marami, no, na nakakakilala sa iyo, na bahagi ka ng Ateneo community. Ikaw ay isang part-time faculty ngayon sa Ateneo Communications Department. Ano ang mga nararamdaman mo at naririnig mo sa sentimiento ngayon ng Ateneo community sa mga kaganapan dito sa trahedyang ito?
Okay, well, Tony, first of all, for this semester, I'm not teaching, no, because medyo busy ako, ang dami ko pang ginagawang iba. So I was teaching last sem, so I'm not on the campus very often. But I'm very close to my batch. We're batch 88 kasi. So a lot of us talk. And as you all know, lahat naman kayo nakakabasa ng mga Facebook and Instagram. Ang daming mga experts, ang daming mga PR personalities, etc. Many scholars who have written about how Ateneo has responded to this tragedy. And I don't need to repeat what they said. We all know, no, na kung ano yung nasabi. And it is something that the entire Ateneo community, including us, the alumni, are dealing with. We had hoped that mas maganda sana yung naging response. But we are not, hindi kami yung in charge doon.
Yeah.
So, it's quite a struggle. And syempre, di ba, ikaw, you're from UP, di ba? Syempre, you love your alma mater. So, I'm from Ateneo. Syempre, mahal ko ang Ateneo, di ba? Mahirap din yon. Pero we will see how Ateneo responds further.
At syempre, marami din mga nagtatanong dahil dito sa mabigat na trahedya na sinapit ng kanilang mga teammate ay yung mga nakausap mo, si Kiefer at si Sam, may ibinahagi ba sila sa iyong podcast na balak pa ba nila na lumahok, di ba, sa UAAP ngayong season na ito?
Well, di ba nag-announce ng Ateneo na they withdrew from the PhilOil, yung pre-season tournament, no? And
Yeah.
But as of now, wala pa kami naririnig sa campus or sa Ateneo community about kung ano yung plano ng Ateneo sa UAAP.
Okay.
Although there have been many alumni, among them my batchmates, who feel that Ateneo should step away from the UAAP for at least one season or even two. But there are ang daming mga opinions about that. But that is something I think that will be dealt with eventually. I really don't know. Si Sam at si Kiefer, ang sabi nila is gusto pa nila maglaro sana eventually when this is all over
Okay.
or done. But sinabi din ni Kiefer at ni Sam na parang gusto nila magpahinga muna for a few weeks. And alam mo talagang lahat naman tayo have gone through deaths in the family, so we know what it is like. And this has been napakabigat para sa kanila, tingin ko, from what I saw last night in our podcast taping, and especially because it was an accident na ganoon, na at ang dami-daming mga haka-haka about what could have been prevented or if it could have been avoided.
Okay.
And that's
Sige.
why, as we all know, may investigasyon, nagsabi na ang CIDG, nagsabi na NBI, magsasabi na NBI, baka nga may house hearing pa, etc.
Yeah, sige.
Yun.
Alright, sige. Pia, good to see you. Maraming salamat sa pagpapaunlak. Mga kapamilya, mapapanood at mapapakinggan ang buong panayam ni Pia Ontiveros sa mga miyembro ng Ateneo Blue Eagles sa kanyang podcast na may pamagat na Let's Talk with Pia Ontiveros.